Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your hand? Get that side check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Shadow Warrior is back, and I'll be honest, I never even knew there was a first one. The over-the-top could be considered racist at times. Chopping up monsters and humans is what this game really is. A throwback with enough modernization to get it past the gate and not be like a big old floppy gigantic pile of dog shit like Duke Nukem. You play as Loang, and yes, there are about 100 jokes in this game about dick, and you must stop the evil empire from taking over. It's simple, it's out of this world ridiculous, but is it fun? I can really enjoy like crazy stupid shit. So let's dive right into this one and see what's good, what's bad, and what's friggin' ugly.
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your hand? Get that side check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
The story gameplay is a ton of fun. Slicing and dicing baddies, chopping them into pieces, and watching this all happen with just a few easy swipes of the controller is great. Not to mention you get some powers as you progress, and it makes it even cooler for the killing part of the game. The design is very unique. Being in Japan, it's more fun to travel around these areas because of the art style. Not to mention the monster designs, bosses, and so on are pretty unique and definitely just as fun to cut into pieces. And it's a pretty lengthy campaign, ranging from 10 hours to 12. That is double what you get in a standard shooter nowadays, which is kind of sad. Also, there's plenty of stuff to collect, and of course, as always, harder difficulties to play through. The bad. Repetitive, it can be. Actually, that's all it is. You basically go to a new area, kill a couple of monsters or humans, and move on to the next. It sounds like every other shooter, true, but the situations hardly ever change in this game, ever. Just throwing wave after wave of enemies with zero strategy input, just not cool. Voice acting and comedy are hit and miss. Some of it is good, but man, a lot of it just comes across as very racist. Now, I understand one of the main points of the game is to do this, and for me, if you're not funny when you're racist, you're doing a bad job here. It just doesn't really work in this game much for me. I hardly ever really laughed, and when I did, it was mostly because of that Joker wannabe mask dude.
Prophecy spoke of.
Really? What else does the prophecy say?
Why, that the one will also believe any goddamn idiot thing you make up on the spot.
Get out of my car.
The level design, while it looks nice, can drag and be boring. It's basically rooms or outside but very small areas to travel. That's it. Sometimes something unique like a cave or something, but that's only like one level or half a level. Now the ugly. Guns. They feel underpowered a lot of the time, really, and that's pretty bad. And it's also really boring to use. Nothing exciting about them, and when you have a sword to chop up people, this just comes off as bland and uninspiring and, to be honest, useless. Except when you have to use them on bosses, then the fight takes about 3 or 4 times longer than it should because the guns fucking suck.
Which final man that ain't got time to shake your hand? Get that side check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Overall, Shadow Warrior is a fun little title for what it is, chopping up creatures. Its over-the-top story could be a hit or miss. Some might actually dig it, so add a point or a point and a half to my score. As it stands now, though, for me, it's just an okay game that could have used a lot more work on its story and level design, and a big workout on its guns. I give Shadow Warrior a 6.5, and I hope that the sequel, which would probably going to be made, will just improve and make it even better.